A third woman has now come forward accusing New York Governor Andrew Cuomo of unwanted advances. Anna Ruck told the New York Times that at a wedding in 2019, Cuomo put his hand on her lower back. Then when she removed it, he called her aggressive, put his hands on her face, and asked if he could kiss her. She says this is a photo of the moment. Two former aides are also accusing Cuomo of sexual harassment at work. Now the New York Attorney General is investigating, and some New York lawmakers are calling on the governor to resign. New York Senator Alessandra Biaggi is one of those lawmakers, and she joins us live now for more on why she thinks the governor should step down. Congressman, thanks for being here. You know, you have called, or Senator, I'm sorry, you have called on Governor Cuomo to resign, and you even called him a monster on Twitter. But these allegations are now being investigated. So why not wait for that investigation to be complete before calling for his resignation?
So thank you for having me, and thank you for this question. So, I mean, I want to be really clear with everybody from where I'm coming from, right? So I am also a survivor of sexual abuse. I'm a legislator. I'm a New Yorker. I'm also the chair of the Ethics and Internal Governance Committee. And one of the main reasons why I ran for the seat, and also one of the main things that I have championed in Albany, is changing the culture of sexual harassment, abuse, misconduct, not only in Albany, but in all workplaces. It has been, frankly, the thing that I have made really clear as something that I have a zero tolerance policy for. And so when I'm looking at the facts in front of us, I'm looking at the totality of the information. And I'm not only looking at it from the vantage point, of course, of what Lindsey Boylan and Charlotte Bennett and now Anna Ruck have come forward to share, but I'm also looking at it in the overlay of the environment, the work environment that the governor has created, not only in this past year, but for decades. And so with the information that we have, you know, from especially what Charlotte was sharing about how he had asked her about her sex life. He said, do you have sex with older men? Do you have sex outside of your relationship? This very clearly reflects a hostile work environment, and it certainly is not the behavior of someone who should hold our highest office in the state of New York.
And Senator Biaggi, it's Terry Mann. You're already a veteran in state politics there, in state government. You once worked in the governor's office. Did you witness any inappropriate behavior there?
So what I will say is that I didn't have the same experiences as what Lindsey Boylan and what Charlotte have, described as their experiences. And I really do want to center this conversation around the survivors' voices, of course, because what they are describing is just reprehensible. But what I did experience while I was there for the 8 months that I was working in counsel's office was a culture of fear. It was one where people were berated and belittled. They were oftentimes made to feel like they were less than. Frankly, the governor and the people surrounding him not only reinforced this behavior, but it came right from the top. And unfortunately, it allowed all of them to act with impunity. So the workplace in the governor's office, unfortunately, is one where the exact behavior that's being described is not only believable, but it is credible.
And Governor Cuomo was already under fire for his administration undercounting COVID deaths in nursing homes. So what do you think needs to happen next in investigating those allegations and ensuring that nursing homes are safe?
Well, so there's a lot of things that need to happen here. I mean, the first thing is that, we need to do nursing home reform, and the Senate in New York has already passed a really comprehensive package to make sure that our nursing homes are not acting in the dark of, of the night, but that there's transparency in the process. That's number one. Number two, I mean, now that there are two investigations going on, right? We have one with regard to sexual harassment, and now, of course, one that's going on with regard to the nursing home scandal. I mean, what is really clear here is that 15,000 New Yorkers lost their lives. And behind those 15,000 New Yorkers are families of those loved ones who deserve answers. And beyond answers, they deserve that for their government to be transparent and to be accountable. And so to have clear answers, not only from the federal investigations that are going on with regard to the nursing home scandal, of which there are two, the FBI and the EDNY, but at the state level, there also needs to be an investigation, because what has gone on here, the decision-making from the executive branch has led to deaths in nursing homes, and the public deserves to know that.
And one more, we're hearing rumblings, maybe you are too, that you could make a run for governor in 2022 in New York if Cuomo stays. If he goes, can you see yourself running against him in a primary, or running on your own platform for governor?
honestly, that is not what I am centered on or thinking about at this moment at all. I mean, to be honest with you, what I would love to happen is for the scandals that are before us every day to not only be resolved, but to go away, because so much of the air in the room is about the bad behavior of Andrew Cuomo. And New Yorkers are waiting for us to have a recovery so that they don't lose their homes and that they can eat and that their children can go back to school. And so that is the last thing on my mind. And the recovery is first. I also represent the Bronx, as many people know. It's the hardest hit, not only in New York, but the whole country. So that is where my focus will remain. And, again, New York politics, you never know what happens, but that is not on my mind right now.
All right. New York Senator Alessandra Biaggi, we appreciate your time today. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.